In 2026, building your own gaming PC can be very, very expensive, and that's why we're going to tell you where you may be able to get a better bang for buck is the pre-built market.
And we're going to tell you the best places to buy those pre-builts, and some of them are places you may not be thinking of, but we have tested ourselves, and we're going to give you our recommendations after a word from today's sponsor.
Before we talk about some of these really cool places, we have a really cool place to tell you about, and that is PCBros.tech, which is our PC selling business where you can buy some pretty cool pre-builts that are much more custom than this one here, and it's nice because they're not all just cookie cutter builds.
And not only at PC Bros can you get pre-built PCs, you can get a bunch of stuff that's featured here on the YouTube channel. We always like to give them a plug in this video because you know what? PC Bros is our PC selling business, and we are honest that our pricing is the best it can be right now in this RAM market because it's very expensive to build a gaming PC right now. So if you guys want to support us and buy a PC from us, check out PC Bros. But being deal hunters, we don't just say go buy PC Bros PCs. We tell you guys where you can buy the best value PCs no matter what. And we're gonna start things off with one place that somehow, some way still has gaming PCs at decent prices, and that is Walmart.
So Walmart's a wild pick because before all the prices started going crazy, they had decent deals. They had a Black Friday deal where you could get an RTX 5060 with their Ryzen 5 8400F, 1TB Gen 4, and 16 gigs of DDR5 for $899, which was a pretty decent deal. But right now, considering how all the prices are, the RAM again, the SSD pricing, there's even shortages and price hikes of graphics cards, it is still $899. I have no clue how they still have these PCs at the same price as Black Friday. I don't really expect it to last super long like that though. And that $899 PC, believe it or not, is going to be perfect for 1080p AAA and esports. And I'm talking higher settings even while getting a pretty high refresh rate. You could even dabble with 1440p. We've tested the 5060 in that many times if you're willing to use a little bit of upscaling and DLSS. And Walmart's really cool because they have these just random one-off deals. Like sometimes you'll walk in there, you'll see this pre-built. Other times you'll walk in and you'll find things like 5070s, 5070 Ti's. We actually just recently picked up a 5070 Ti at MSRP, which is like impossible to do now.
So yeah, definitely check out your local Walmart to find the best possible deals, especially if you're in a smaller town and you haven't been to your local Walmart for PC deals. People may not be as interested or really care about gaming PCs, and you might snag yourself a really good price performance option. So be sure to check out your local Walmart because you can get some really good value.
Now, another place you probably would never expect is Costco. There's gonna be a lot of really random ones in here that you're like, I thought they only sold food and stuff. Well, Costco actually has a gaming PC section along with just general PCs for office use as well. And there's one PC that comes to mind. CyberPower is the brand that they typically carry, and they have a combo where it comes with an Intel Ultra 5 and the RTX 5060, but here's the catch. 32 gigs dual channel DDR5 and a 2TB Gen 4 SSD. And right now, at the time of filming, I think that went down to $899, which, hey, comparing to that Walmart deal we just talked about, absolutely crazy. I have no clue how they're still doing that. My guess is that CyberPower probably bought tons and tons of inventory with probably lots of loans because they knew they would make that ROI with how much prices have gone up. So highly recommend going to your local Costco. They seem to be at all of them, and it has a good upgrade path. Out of the box though, you shouldn't even need to touch it, and it's gonna be able to play 1080p and 1440p just fine, I would say, with some upscaling.
And the only downside is, obviously, you need a Costco membership to go in store, but I feel like everyone knows somebody with a Costco membership, so you could go in and cash in on this awesome sale. And not only does that mid-range PC do really well, they do have higher end options as well if you're looking at $1,800 to $2,000, where you're getting X3D CPUs and things like that. So there are some good value options at the time of filming this video at Costco, and they seem to be always pushing new discounts with their monthly flyer. So go to your local Costco and get a chicken bake while you're there. Next up, Newegg, which is one that, well, normally we would recommend for pre-built gaming PCs because they seem to have good offerings from their ABS line, but nowadays they seem to be throwing a bunch of random deals, as in like flash sale deals, on some really high-end systems through ABS, and you can get some pretty good price to performance. I've seen some deals all over social media where they were selling a 5080 with a 9000 X3D for a little over $2,000. That's an expensive PC, but for that price in this market, really good value right now. So it's really good to just go check Newegg for their ABS lines. Try to stay away from some of the random no-name pre-builts because that's our biggest problem nowadays in the market, and we'll talk about that with Amazon. It's not good price performance to go with those options right now, so your really best bet is looking at ABS, their in-house brand, and try to get something with a mid-range GPU and CPU combo.
Now, next up on the list is probably an obvious choice. That is Best Buy. Now, they are towards the bottom of our list, and honestly, during times like COVID and this time, it seems, they kind of move a little lower in the list. I don't know what it is about Costco and Sam's Club and Walmart somehow being better than Best Buy at gaming PCs, but Best Buy does have some deals. If you're looking in the $1,000 to $2,000 price range, they probably do have the most variety. They usually have anywhere from, I would say, 4 to 8 builds to choose from at a time in that price range, and you're usually looking at 5060, 5060 Ti, and of course the 9060 XT in the 8GB and 16 variant, and they actually have them all on display where you can actually test them out there, which is cool. None of these other places we've listed really ever have them on display, so you kind of have to know what you're looking for and what you want. But obviously, it is kind of a broad spectrum when it comes to Best Buy, and they're always changing their inventory, but they do carry multiple brands, and they even carry some of like those OEM brands like Acer and Dell Alienware and stuff like that.
And one of the last ones, and it's one that people don't really think about very often, but you gotta be very careful, is local markets. Now, local markets in general really depend on where you're located. You could have really good deals, or you could have absolutely nothing. And where we are in Louisville, Kentucky, it really depends. So the big thing you want to be able to take advantage of is hopefully be in a local market where people maybe don't know just yet how much PC parts are going up in price. The longer this goes, the more likely that most people will realize and start selling their stuff at that price point. But you might be able to snag some deals on budget PCs or just older computers that people are just getting rid of, and maybe even cash in on some good deals on RAM, or maybe even just get a starting point for building your own PC. I know this is a recommendation for where to buy pre-builts, but going local markets, you can get a mixed bag of things, kind of put together a PC with a little bit of assembly know-how, and you get good price performance that way. But you got to be very careful because you never really know what you're going to get. And when things are more expensive in the PC market, that's when the most scams do happen. So you got to be very careful with what you're looking for, and be sure to buy trusty in a location where you feel safe.
And I know I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but an honorable mention would definitely be Sam's Club. I would kind of put them close to Costco at times because they're basically big competitors with each other where you need a membership. But yeah, like this example here was an iBuyPower that was from Sam's Club, and it was single channel RAM, but it is a DDR5 build with a Ryzen 8400F and a 9060 XT, which is a little more fun because we're so used to buying only the 5060 builds. You can't go wrong with, I would say, Sam's Club or Costco. Just make sure you see what the current good deals are, and I think pretty soon both of them, may go up a little bit in price.
And again, just trying to reassure you guys, if you're watching later in 2026, this guide is probably going to be relevant for maybe a month, because after a while, this may not be the option you can't go with anymore, and we'll try to update these videos as we can if you're looking for a pre-built PC. But if you are looking to buy now, and we gave you this warning back during Black Friday, and we also said the same thing in December during the holiday season, you're going to want to buy now because it's only going to get worse throughout 2026, unfortunately, and we can hope as PC gamers in the coming year, we can see prices start to stabilize and potentially have better options for budget PC gamers. But if you are looking for a pre-built PC and any of these ideas we gave you guys in today's video really tickle your fancy, links in the description down below will be affiliate links, and they will help us out. Let us know what place you like to go for pre-built gaming PCs, and why is that the case?
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
So if you're seeing this video now, you are too late to enter the PC Bros sweepstakes, but we are planning on doing one of those every couple to few months. And on top of that, you can join the Toasty Bros live streams that we do every single month where we give away a gaming PC sponsored by PCBros.tech.
PCBros.tech. You buy a gaming PC today, use code ToastyBros on checkout, you will save 3% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Bye-bye.